Reflections for Rent. Chapter 1. The Shop. Elias hadn't planned to walk down that alley. He'd been drifting, half lost in the fog of another sleepless afternoon, the kind that blurred into the next with no discernible edges. His days had become a quiet erosion, coffee gone cold before the first sip, unread emails piling like snowdrifts, and the persistent hum of a life that no longer felt like his. He used to have rhythm, purpose, even a laugh that filled rooms. That was before the war, before the desert sun and the endless noise, before the convoy that didn't make it back. Now he wandered, not aimlessly, but as if searching for something. He'd left behind in the dust and static of a place he couldn't name aloud. The alley was narrow, tucked between a shuttered bakery and a boarded-up tattoo parlor, and it smelled faintly of lavender and rust. A small sign hung crookedly above. A black door, Vitrina. Beneath it, in smaller script, Reflections for Rent. He paused. The name tugged at something in him. Curiosity, maybe, or the kind of ache that comes from wanting to see something you can't quite name. The door opened before he could knock. Inside, the air was still. Mirrors lined the walls, each framed in ornate mismatched styles, gilded baroque, cracked wood, wrought iron twisted like vines. None of them reflected Elias. They shimmered faintly, as if breathing. A man stood behind a counter, pale and silent, dressed in a charcoal suit that looked older than the shop itself. He didn't speak. He simply slid a clipboard across the counter. The waiver was brief. You agree to see what is shown. You agree not to touch. You agree to leave when asked. Elias signed. The man gestured toward a mirror at the far end of the room. Its frame was smooth obsidian, cold and clean. A small plaque beneath it read, Version 3A, Desired Self. Elias stepped forward. The mirror didn't show him. Not exactly. The man in the glass was taller, shoulders squared, eyes bright. He wore a soft smile, the kind Elias hadn't seen on his own face in years. Behind him stood a woman Elias didn't recognize, her hand resting gently on his arm. They were laughing. The reflection turned, looked directly at Elias, and winked. Elias stumbled back. The shopkeeper didn't react. He simply tilted his head, as if to say, You may continue. Elias leaned in again. The reflection was walking now, through a sunlit apartment Elias had never seen, past shelves lined with books and photographs. A dog trotted beside him, tail wagging. The man in the mirror knelt, scratched behind its ears, and the dog licked his face. Elias felt something tighten in his chest. He stayed until the lights dimmed, and the shopkeeper raised a single finger. Time to go. Outside, the alley was darker than before. Elias turned back, but the door to Vitrina was gone. Only the crooked sign remained swaying gently in the breeze.